Well, how's it going, everyone? Um, Doing a late night live stream again, or another live stream again. Um, I was actually just watching. I shot him 6 times live stream just now, um, but I was kind of just watching, kind of chatting a little bit with them on there. So kind of took me a minute to get started, but here I am. Uh, Obviously, um, you guys know the drill. No trolls in the comments. You guys know. I said that yesterday because the past few days, I guess on other streams, didn't know there's been a lot of trolls. So I just want to let you guys know that uh, you can't have no trolls in here or anything like that. We're just gonna keep it clean today and have a good day, have a good time. Talking to each other. About like Scream. I want everybody just to get along. That's what I'm about. I don't like drama. I don't like when people are trolling. Um, I was just watching, but yeah, I don't like people trolling or anything like that. It's just it gets annoying sometimes when you have to deal with people like that. Um, but anyways, we're. I think I'm gonna talk about a little bit about um, The Exorcist. I guess I'm not really a big fan of it, honestly, but I heard that it's already going to be a bad movie, and I don't. Like I said, I don't really mind. I don't really care for it. But um, let's see here. So The Exorcist, to me, I think is going to be boring. Like I said, I don't really like that movie. I've never been a fan of The Exorcist in general. So it's not like I'm probably. I don't think I'm going to go see it honestly because I'm not really a fan of it. But I do like it for what it is. Like I do respect it for what it is. But I don't. I'm not like a big fan of just because I don't know. It's a possession movie, and I don't really get into that type of stuff. You know. Um. But I'm gonna look real quick. I'm gonna see when that movie will be coming out. Um, but yeah, Jason Blum is already basically, already starting his crap as always, like he did with Halloween. You know, he just doesn't. He can't make up his mind. So I just know for a fact with Jason Blum's track record, I already know this movie's going to be terrible. And I don't care to go see it honestly. I've never been a fan of it anyhow. So But yeah, I just kind of wanted to go on a little rant there and just say the movie's going to be bad. I wouldn't recommend it. I mean, I already know it's going to be bad. I mean, with how Halloween Ends went and all that, we already know that it's going to be bad. I mean, Halloween Ends was absolutely just abysmal. Like, and I quite frankly, I quite frankly ain't gonna go see it. So I'm not. Like I said, it doesn't really matter to me because it's not really like I'm a fan of it. You know, I'm more of a slasher guy, so I really don't. It's not like I'm gonna go see it. So I guess I could really care less if it's bad. But I'm just. I don't know, man. It's just one of those movies where like you either love it or you hate it. It's just there's a lot of people out there that get into that, possession stuff that me, I'm more of a, a slasher guy, I just don't get into I just don't get into that stuff. I don't know why. I just don't. Like um I'm gonna see real quick when the release date. So it's called The Exorcist Believer. Um The Exorcist Believer, which I don't really care, like I said, to go see. I don't really care about it. Like I don't really care for it. I wouldn't say care about it. I mean, I certainly do appreciate it to an extent, but it's just one of those movies where it just gets a little too weird for me. Possession movies in general. But that's what A lot of people there. A lot of people. There's different types of horror. That people like zombie. Like Walking Dead and zombie. Films. Which me, I don't really get into zombie films. I just never really been a big fan. I've always been um, a slasher guy, so I don't really care for that either. Like, I mean, I don't really mind it. Of course, I probably watch the Walking Dead and all that over The Exorcist because The Walking Dead sometimes it's pretty entertaining. You know, uh, I think it's pretty badass when they had those axes when they're all like whooping the zombies' asses and all that. Like, I think that's pretty entertaining. Basically, have an axe, a whole bunch of knives, guns. I think that's pretty sick. But I mean, that's about it. But yeah, I I'm not a big fan of it. But yeah, coming out on October 13th, 2023. It's gonna be called Exorcist the Believer. Um, but yeah, um, I think I've seen like the original before in 1973. Um, which that was. a long, long time ago, that was way before I was even around. But man, I think I watched that. That movie was, I would say it's pretty good. It's a classic still, even though I'm not a fan of it, of like the films or that style of film. I still, I still appreciate it for what it is. Um, Now I think there's actually. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna look up and see what other movies may be coming out because I know Insidious is another one that I don't really care for. Um, um, okay, The Red Door. It's called this new movie. I don't really like I said, man. It's just one of those things. Like, there's a lot of people that like them, but there's a lot of people that don't. Like me, I'm one of those people that, like, for some reason, like I don't know what it is, but I always prefer slashers over mystery films and like horror, like possession films. That's just me, though. I mean, a lot of people, of course, are fans of that stuff. A lot of people like different stuff, but me, I just don't really. I don't know, like Insidious, and I don't really like that kind of film. Annabelle, I mean, Annabelle's all right, I guess. I mean, that's another film I really didn't care for all like that, but the fifth and final installment of Insidious franchise is set to hit the big screen very soon. Yeah, and I actually seen that as well. I'm gonna actually look what other horror movies may be coming out this year. Okay, obviously the Winnie the Pooh movie, which I never seen that yet. Which that's probably a must watch for me. I've heard. I mean, for the most part, I've heard pretty good, positive, reviews on it. But right now, like I said, I don't know when. I don't know if it's out. Let me see if it's out right now because I'm pretty sure it's out. Um, okay. Yep. It did. It released in February the 15th. So yeah, it's been out. So I'm actually gonna be looking at the reviews of it because I've actually been. I don't know. Like it seems like a cool film because it's a slasher, but it seems a little weird. I mean, yeah, we do need more slashers like this. I'm gonna see. Oh wait, not yet rated. Hmm. Well, that's pretty interesting. Let me see. What are the reviews for? Okay, when did you play Unforgettable? So a lot of people seem to like it. So it's a film where we watch a lot of half-baked ideas play out on screen. And none of them are unique. None of them are what I wanted to see from a concept as silly as this. This could have been hilariously good fun. Instead, it's identical to the rest of the trash you can find in the bottom of the barrel horror. Hmm, that's pretty interesting. A lot of people, I guess, are saying it's trash. So, but I'm seeing a lot of positive reviews on it right now. A lot of people seem to like it. Of course, some people don't, which is understandable. I mean, not everybody's gonna enjoy. But yeah, um, I mean, it's got kind of mixed reviews. There's a lot of people, giving it like a 1 star and all that, which that's pretty interesting on itself. I mean, that's like the worst. So a lot of it seems like that's bad, like trash, like so 1 star. But yeah, I mean, it seems pretty interesting. I mean, I might go watch it. I'm not 100%. Okay, so let's see. What other movies are there that came out that I missed? Um, oh yeah, The Pope's Exorcist. I've heard. Like I said, man. Like I said, it's just not for me. Um, hmm, I'm just looking and seeing real quick. I don't know if you guys ever seen. There was this horror movie that is called. I forget the name of it right now. It was on Tubi TV, but it's a good movie that I've watched. Um, I totally forgot. Okay, I watched The Terrifier. Um, that's not the one that I was talking about. talking about something else. I think it's Laid the Rest, I believe. I'm just trying to. I just don't remember the name. Like, it's a good, it's a good movie. It's called Laid the Rest. Let's see here. Chrome Skull, yes, Chrome Skull. That movie is so good. I think it came out in 2011, the second one, anyways. It's called Chrome Skull, Laid the Rest. It's a pretty good film. So I suggest you guys go watch that as well. I mean, I watched that quite a few times, and I will tell you, it's a really good film. Um, be sure, I know you guys would like it. It's great. That's another great one. And then there was another one that I was watching as well. I think it was called Pumpkin Carver, I believe. Which that one I guess was okay. I didn't mind it too much. I kind of like the Chrome Skull one a little bit more. Um, which that movie is really really good. Like I said, I was watching that on Tubi TV, so it was free on there. And obviously, you got Hatchet. I've never really watched the Hatchet films, but I heard they were pretty good. Um, then obviously, you got Children of the Corn, 1984. Um, obviously, Bloody Murder as well. Bloody Murder. I think Bloody Murder is kind of similar to Friday the 13th, or am I thinking of the Final Exam? I think I'm thinking of the Final Exam, I believe. Snitches, Halloween Night. Oh yeah, there's. I've never seen, but there was another movie that I watched as well. There's a lot of movies that I watched that probably a lot of you've never heard of. I've never heard of them either until I started watching them. But there's this movie called, I think it's called Toe, I believe, and it's got Kane Hodder in it, and he's like a killer. He does like the stunt work and all that. Like he's playing a killer in it, so it's very interesting. And obviously, the town that dreaded sundown. Obviously, that movie was pretty good, I guess. There's a lot of movies, that imitate, Friday the 13th and all that. Like that movie, um, like I said, the Final Exam, and then obviously, what was that one I just was talking about just now? I'm gonna look it up now. I'm gonna see. Um, I can't believe I just forgot it. Forgot the name of the movie that I thought was similar to Friday the 13th, the other one. Oh, Bloody Murder. Bloody Murder. Yeah, the Bloody Murder, I think, is pretty similar to Friday the 13th in a lot of ways. Like it's got a camp, a camp setting and all that. Um, that movie, I guess, is okay. I mean, It's kind of similar to Friday the 13th, so I really don't like it as much. But it's definitely pretty interesting, that movie there. Um, See No Evil is another good one, which See No Evil 2, I think I like the first one, but I like the second one a little bit more, I think, because the second one, I think, I don't know, it just seems more interesting. Like he's got like a mask and all that, so it's pretty. I mean, the first one's still pretty good, of course. Um, and obviously, The Collector. The Collector is a really good one. There's a lot of good films, you know, a lot of underrated films that a lot of films that I didn't even know about until I started watching. Like when I one time I was just sitting there and I was scrolling through, Tubi TV. It's like it's free, it's free on there. You don't have to pay for it or anything. And I seen all these movies, all these horror films, all these slashers. I saw, like I said, the Pumpkin Carver, which that movie was okay. It was, you know, I didn't really care for it like that, but I would say it was all right. It was decent. Um, then there was another one, like I said, the Chrome Skull movie, which that movie was really good. I like the idea, the mask and all that, which is very interesting. And then obviously you get the Terrifier and all that. The Terrifier was pretty good, I would say. First time I watched it was, like I said, I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. Thought it was well done. The Funhouse Massacre. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great movies. And I definitely recommend you guys to go check out Tubi TV because there's a lot of, you don't have to pay for anything. I mean, I know there's Netflix, of course. A lot of people like Netflix. Like I like Netflix, but Tubi TV is another good app too, where you could just watch like whatever. Like there's free movies on there. You don't even have to worry about, I wouldn't say it's got all movies, but it's got a lot of options on there for sure. So I suggest you guys go, check that out because, like I said, I just checked that out. Like I've had that app for a while, and it's a really good app. I mean, it's got a lot of movies on there, and I think that's probably my second favorite behind Netflix. I mean, you could literally just watch free movies. I mean, you don't have to pay for anything. Like Netflix, you don't have to either. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to. Like, it's got a lot of movies on there. I'm not gonna say it's got like all movies, but it's got quite a bit. Like a lot of options on there, you know. Like, um, it's very interesting. Like, and the movies, just the selections they have on there, it's just second to none. So I suggest you guys go check that out. Like I said, I have a Roku TV, which I stream on there. I watch it on there, so it's a really good experience. There's a lot of movies on there you guys can watch, especially like a lot of slashers and all that. And they even got TV shows on there. And I don't know what. They got quite a bit of TV shows on there. Yeah, I mean they got, like I said, man, they got a. Oh yeah, they got Hell's Kitchen on there. Yeah, like I said, they got a lot of even Dog the Bounty Hunter, which that show right there. I love that show. Uh, but yeah, they got a lot of TV shows on there. The Bernie Mac show, which that's another good one. I mean, but I definitely suggest you guys go check that out and check out the app. You don't have to pay for any subscription or nothing like that. You just create an account and that's it. Basically, watch whatever. I like the show Cops as well. I mean, show that the Cop show and uh, Law and Order and all that, and Chicago PD, Criminal Minds, all those type of shows. I like Cops as well, though. Like, I don't think Cops is on there, but I definitely like watching that as well. Um, but yeah, they have a lot of options on there. It's so yeah, definitely suggest you guys go check that out. Um, but nonetheless, I am going to switch gears a little bit here. We're going to be talking about a little bit, about um, Halloween a little bit. Actually, we could just, I'm just going to talk about probably Scream 7 a little bit. Um, Scream 7, obviously. So, yeah, I'm going to switch the topic a little bit here. Kind of talk about Scream 7 a little bit. So, it looks like, so as of June 2023, we don't have the Scream 7 release date because the film hasn't been officially announced yet, which kind of knew that. So my theories for Scream 7, okay, is that I really think I really do think that it's a possibility that we could get Stu. Now, I'm not saying that we're 100% that we will. I'm not saying that he's 100% going to come back. But I think, the possibility still. I mean, it's a trilogy. I mean, it could very well happen. Even if, like I said, even if it's something, let's just say if Leslie Mocker comes back or whatever and she's in it with Stu or something, I guess I wouldn't mind that. I mean, I wouldn't mind that at all. Having her be like in a cult with him or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't mind that, but if Stu doesn't come back, I think your only option, or if Matthew Lillard doesn't come back, your only option is basically, to bring Leslie into the film, which I wouldn't mind that either. I mean, I've been saying that, and that's a possibility as well. I think Leslie Mocker makes a lot of sense. So Stu Mocker's sister, Amber Freeman, to Chad Meeks Martin. Leslie Mocker is the older sister of Stu Mocker, the original Ghostface killer alongside Billy Loomis, and the mother of a 22-year-old Vince, one of the latest Ghostface victims. That's Vince is her basically her son. So that maybe that's another reason why. Maybe she wants to get revenge, for her son's death in a way. Maybe she wants to. I think she would go after Sam though. I don't think she would go after Sydney. I think that's more for Stu. But I think since Sam was closer to Richie and Richie killed Vince, I think that she would definitely go after Sam probably over Sydney. She may go after both, which, like I said, I wouldn't mind that either because I'd much rather Stu though. Like I would much rather Stu go after. I'd much rather him go after Sydney because it makes a lot more sense. She was the one that threw the TV on him, so he would want revenge basically on her and not Sam. I mean, Sam, what has Sam really done for Stu to want to get revenge on her? Like why would he want to go after her? I mean, yeah, she's connected to Bill and Loomis, but at the same time, it makes more sense for him to go after Sydney over Sam, because Sydney was the one that throw the TV on him. That's just my opinion. But of course, Leslie Mocker, she could very well go after Sam because she was, tied with Richie. So and Richie's basically, he killed Vince. So but like I said, Leslie could go after both. I mean, that's very possible as well. But yeah, I mean, it's very interesting, and I've been bringing up the Leslie Mocker thing for a while. I thought she was gonna definitely return in Scream 6, but obviously I turned out to be wrong about that. Um, But yeah, I definitely see that being a possibility. Now, I know there's a lot of theories about like Charlie and all that, and I've already said that I don't like that theory. But like I said, I'm willing to say if he does return, I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong. But for right now, I'm not gonna I'm not buying it right now. I'm just not. He got stabbed in the heart. Realistically, nobody could survive that. A stab to the heart, like. So no, I don't even think Jill's coming back. Okay, maybe if Wes Craven was still alive, if we would have got Wes Craven's live version of Scream 5, then I would say, yeah, that's a possibility that she would have came back because he had actually had plans to bring her back. So in that situation, yeah, I would say that's a possibility. But right now, I don't think it's possible. It's too late in the game. Number one, number two, Wes Craven. I don't think Wes Craven would have definitely did it. He was, like I said, he was going to bring Jill back. What was going to happen was Jill was basically going to go like to college and all that with like Kirby and all that, and Kirby was going to come back originally in Scream 5. Um, in his version. So if he would have got his version, Jill would have came back. That was the original like plan. But obviously, it didn't go as planned because he sadly, passed away, and which is unfortunate. He's one of the best directors. It was a sad that we lost him. He was. But I definitely do think that we probably would have got another 2 Scream films. After he if he didn't pass, he would have lived longer. I think that we would have got at least a few more Scream films. We probably would have had like 2 of them by him, maybe even 3. But I really don't know. I definitely do know that Scream 5. We definitely would have had Scream 5. We probably would have got his version, like I said, and also probably a Scream 6. Hit under him, which it's just unfortunate. It's all unfortunate. But I just don't see Jill coming back now, given the fact that it's too late in the game. Now I think people can make the same case about Stu as well. But Stu, okay, the difference is that Stu did not get paddles to the head. He had a TV dropped on him. So that's a little different than having taking paddles to the head. So that's basically my argument. When people always say, well, how come you say Jill can't come back, but you think Stu can? Well, it's very simple. It's two different situations. Stu got a TV dropped on him, which he was able to lift up, I believe. And then Jill got the paddles to the head, so which her brain would be fried right now. So that's the difference between the two. And yeah, you could argue and say, well, it's a little different. Well, it's kind of too late in the game for Stu to come back. I mean, yeah, that's fair. But the thing is, I don't even think Jill. I don't even see how Jill would have been, if she would have came back. But I know that Wes Craven had a plan to do it. So I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen now. I don't rule out like a flashback scene along anything along those lines. But as far as her coming back, I don't see it. You know, maybe maybe we do see her maybe come back, maybe like as a ghost or something, and maybe she's like haunting like Kirby or something. I mean, hey, that would be something. I mean, but her physically coming back, I don't know about that. Like, it just doesn't make any sense at this point. I think it's just too late in the game for her to, and plus she would be brain dead right now. No, that's just my honest opinion. But yeah, a lot of people, have their, own arguments, and say that, basically, that Jill should come back over Stu. But to me, I don't see the difference. I don't realistically see Jill coming back over Stu because Jill would be brain dead right now and she got paddles to the head. So therefore, she'd basically like be brain dead right now. So that's why I don't think she makes sense over Stu. I think Stu realistically makes more sense. Shoot, even Angelina makes more sense. But I don't even think Angelina is gonna come back. I don't even think she's gonna come back because I do think like yeah, she could fit in the story very like she could fit in the story easily, but it just got to be executed right. But I just think that's too late in the game right now, for her to come back as well. I mean, I guess I wouldn't say too late in the game. I mean, because it's very possible that she could still. I don't think she will, even though I want that. I don't think she will, but I do think that it's very possible to throw her. It's very simple. You could throw her in the story, no problem. She doesn't even have to be a Ghostface killer. You could just make her just a regular character in the movie, like how she was in Scream 3. She doesn't even have to be a killer. Or you could do that. You could make her a killer, which I don't mind. But I don't think she's going to come back now. I just don't think she's going to come back. I don't think Radio Silence is really thinking about that. I wish, I wish that she would. I would, I wish if I was a director, I would be willing to bring her back because I don't feel she died in Scream 3. Like she's like the only person on the kill, on the official kill list. The only person that's not on the official kill list, like, but everybody else is. But her name, for some reason, is not on it. Like, So that's what I'm saying. That I don't think that she died. Realistically. Realistically, I don't think she died because we didn't see her get stabbed in the movie. You know, we didn't see her. We only saw her body get dragged away, which that's okay. I mean, that's you could say, well, maybe she did get stabbed afterward, but who's to say that? I mean, she didn't. We didn't get any. The directors, Wes Craven, intentionally, showed us that she was she was Roman's partner throughout the whole film. So it's hard for me to believe that she miraculously just died in that scene, but she's not even on the official kill list. You know, so that's just why I do think that she is alive, and why I do think that she could fit well in the story if done properly. Of course, it's got to be done properly, but I think that she could fit in very like easily. Um, maybe my theory could be, what about this theory? I don't know if any of y'all would like this idea, but what if Sam is actually like the daughter? What if Sam's actually like the daughter of Angelina and maybe Tara too? Well, Tara and her probably had different mothers, depending on but who really knows? I do think that Angelina. I mean, what about that? What if Angelina was actually the mother of Sam? You know, I don't know if you guys like that at all, that idea. I mean, that could work too, because, I mean, Billy Loomis, the original draft, I don't know if you guys remember, Angelina was actually supposed to be, she was supposed to be, she was supposed to had went to school with Sydney, and she was going to be like obsessed with her and all that. So theoretically, I think she could have, dated maybe Billy or something. And maybe had, Sam had Sam or whatever. And then that's how, I mean, I don't know if you guys like that idea, because originally that was going to be the original idea. Like, but I do think that she could come back. She could very well, come back. I'm not saying that that she can't come back. I'm not saying that it's not a possibility, because I think, okay, I'm kind of 50-50 on it, like right now. Like, I think that it's too late in the game right now, but I definitely think it's, that she could come back and be at least in like a cameo or something. She doesn't have to be significant in the movie. She doesn't have to be in the whole film. Maybe she could be in like one scene or something where, where she's maybe like standing around or whatever, and like Sam asks Sydney who that is. She basically says, "Oh, that's Angelina," or whatever. But at the same time, what if Sam doesn't even know her mother? And what if her mother is Angelina or something like that? Because, like I said, that was the original idea. Angelina was supposed to have go. She was supposed to have went to school with Sydney at Windsor or Woodsboro High or whatever. So, I mean, that would make a lot of sense for her to, maybe secretly date Billy or whatever. And maybe that is what happened. Maybe that's who Billy cheated her. That's who Billy cheated. What am I gonna say? So basically, Billy, I think, cheated on Sydney with Angelina. If I don't know if you guys like that idea, but I think that could definitely work. Um, Definitely a pretty interesting idea. I definitely think anything can work at this point. Um, definitely anything at this point could definitely work. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, the difference between Jill. I know a lot of people are going to be arguing, but the difference between Jill and Angelina is that Jill got killed. She got the paddle to the head, and She was on the official kill list, I believe. Angelina wasn't. Angelina wasn't even on the official kill list. So you can make an argument and say she could come back over Jill because Jill, she got fried. Angelina, we don't even know if she really got killed because all we've seen, like I said, was her body getting dragged away. We saw her body get dragged away, and that was it. So we didn't really see her die. Like, oh, how's it going, Scott? How you doing, man? I just want to let you know, man. I'm gonna be very clear because I know that in the other chats that you're being kind of, being a troll, kind of, and I don't want you to bring that here, okay? Because I want everybody to have a good time, and I don't want no stockiness. I don't want no weirdness on here. So I just want to let you know that before I just wanted to make that clear real quick before you start saying, before we start talking about, because I want everybody to get along. You know, I want everybody to get along. I don't want anybody to like be trolls or anything. I try to keep things fun for everybody. I want everybody to, enjoy this, be able to have a good time, chatting. But when you troll and all that, that becomes a problem. So I just wanted to let you know that. Um, but yeah, so Angelina, like I said, Angelina, I think was Roman's partner. Now, Roman, will he have a child? I think it's very possible that Roman could have a child, but I also think that Angelina could have a child. Maybe her and Angelina maybe have a child together, you know? But obviously it wouldn't be Sam because Sam, is Billy's daughter. So that's unrealistic, but I could definitely see Roman having a child. Okay, I understand. Yeah, I just want you to understand, man. I'm not trying to put you down or anything. I'm just saying, like, I want everybody to be polite. I want everybody just to have a good time, and that's all I want on here. I still think there was 3 killers in Scream 3. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that. A lot of people were saying that there was 3 killers, in Scream 3. I definitely think that there was a lot of people were saying that Stu possibly could have been in Scream 3 still. You know, in that scene when Sydney goes in her house and all that. But I kind of think that was Angelina, just because Angelina, uh, I just think it was Angelina, and especially in the Milton's mansion scene when Mark and Kay basically comes in with, okay, so Sydney she shoots Ghostface, and he disappears. But then after that, he like ends up behind Sydney, and when Mark and Kay comes in. So to me, right there, that's kind of weird. Like he basically like teleported, which you could say, well, he probably there's a secret passage. Well, I mean, yeah, there's a secret passage probably in that mansion, but realistically, that doesn't really the timing and all that. It doesn't really seem to. It doesn't look right. So it just seems like there was another killer there, you know, and there was two killers working with each other, you know, not one. And that's the way most of the movie was shot. Like I said in that scene when Sydney, you know, was um when Sydney was in that, you know, in the set, you know, in the set of her house, the Hollywood set, whatever. I definitely think that, you know, Angelina was probably one of the attackers because when Ghostface, you know, grabs her, he ends up teleporting inside somehow that like in that amount of time. There's not enough time for him to get inside that fast. When Sydney gets inside, he's damn near in the closet already, inside the house already. So that's why I'm saying. That's why it's kind of weird that they basically you can tell that they basically teleport in the movie. So that's proof that there was two killers. But Angelina just, you know, she just wasn't revealed, you know, as one of the killers for a lot of reasons. You know, maybe theoretically she wanted to get away and, you know, not get caught and get in trouble by the cops and all that, you know. Even though she didn't kill anybody, she was still like involved, you know. I've been saying this for a very long time now. I think the killer that attacked Sydney at the movie studio was because Angelina left and Roman was at the police station. I think it was too. You know, a lot of people have been saying that. I think that's very, very interesting. But another weird thing about that one, like I said, that scene when Sydney's in the movie studio is that Angelina, she did have the souvenirs. She had the costume, she had the mask, all that, right? So theoretically, would she be able to maybe her and Stu? Because yeah, you're right. You're on point about that. Roman was in the police station, so realistically, if he was at the police station and Angelina was the only one around, wouldn't you say that it could have been Stu and maybe Angelina both? Like, because Roman was at the police station and maybe Stu and Angelina were working together in that scene? Because, yeah, I don't see that being like realistic if Roman was in the police station, him being able to attack Sydney at, you know. So, yeah, that's very interesting. But yeah, I mean, very interesting to me. I mean, I've heard a lot of people say that Stu was still in Scream 3, even though he was playing. They had planned to bring him. He was going to get revealed as a killer originally, but people are still theoretically saying that, you know, it could have been him. One of the like because Ghostface was seemingly he was teleporting a lot. But I still think it was some of them were definitely Angelina too, like maybe Angelina and Stu. I do believe Stu was involved with the events of Scream 4. I do too. Yep. Because I actually heard that he was actually in the movie club scene at the barn, Stabathon, I believe. I think a lot of people were pointing out that he was in that scene. He was basically in that scene. I don't know what part he's in, but people are saying that he was a part, like in that scene, just like in Scream 2, how he was in the party scene and all that, like in the background. But that was, I think Matthew Lillard was just happened to be on set, and I guess he was just thrown into the movie. I guess Wes Craven just wanted to throw him in the movie for, I don't know, because he was on set. So just wanted him to be like a background character, I guess. But yeah, I definitely do think that if Stu was involved in Scream 3, then I definitely think he was involved in Scream 4. You know? But Scream 3 is a very, very interesting point, like you said, about the whole studio scene. That's very interesting because, yeah, Roman was at the police station, so who else could that have been? Stu and Angelina. Stu being one of them. That makes a lot of sense to me because, yeah, he was like teleporting. Like I said, he was teleporting in the whole, like you can see, if you watch, like I said, the Milton's Mansion scene, he's basically teleporting. It's not only the studio scene; it's also the Milton's Mansion scene where he's basically teleporting. And then on top of that, when Ghostface is chasing Sydney into that room or whatever, he ends up. I don't know how he ends up in the room. Like it seemed like it was somebody else that was chasing her because when she got in that room, he was basically, you know, Ghostface, the killer was already in there. Like when she got in there, like he found a way to get in that amount of time when he was chasing her from that one direction. So he would have had to take a secret passage possibly, but that's still kind of weird to me, that he teleported into that room like that. I think he was also involved in her because Charlie was in Olivia's closet and Jill was in her bedroom. So the two have changed another space. I believe that was too. Oh, you're talking about like when after Olivia got killed and when Sydney started beating Ghostface up. Like, is that what you're talking about? When she basically fights him? Because yeah, Jill was basically, yeah, she was in her bedroom obviously, and Charlie was in her closet, right? In Olivia's closet. So yeah, that's kind of weird. That's very interesting. That's pretty interesting, man. Scream 2 may have very well had Easter eggs too, huh? I just don't really pay attention. Um, but I think Scream 3 is more. I think you're right about Scream 3 because yeah, it was kind of weird how Ghostface is basically teleporting. Have you heard any news about Matthew Lillard? No, I've never heard any news about Matthew Lillard, but I did hear news about the possibility of Nev Campbell returning. Um, Radio Silence has said that they're still open to her, for her to return. Of course, if she wants to do it. But I heard a lot of other rumors that she had already negotiated with Radio Silence and Paramount. But of course, that's a rumor, so I don't know how true that is. But I definitely think that it's very possible that Nev Campbell, she could definitely still come back and negotiate and come back for this trilogy because I think that she should come back because I don't think Scream 5 was I don't think that was a good ending for her, honestly. So I definitely think she should come back in Scream 7 to have a better, ending or whatever. And it could be her last. Scream 7 could be her, like, official, like, last film. Like, the camera again and head in Stu's house. What are the chances that was Stu pushing the TV off himself? If he hit the camera, the couch had it. He's good. Yeah, definitely. I definitely think that. Yeah, because you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Gail did. She set up the cameras in Sue's house, so maybe they have possible footage. Who really knows? Because yeah, I forgot all about that. That there was cameras. But like I said, if the cops would have seen the footage, the camera, I think they would have probably arrested Stu. So I really don't know, like, how Stu would have escaped in that instance. But I definitely think, but yeah, I forgot about that. There was cameras. Gail set some cameras up in there, so in his house. But yeah, I remember. So there could be a lot of footage. But I think if he was going to lift the TV off of him, he could have maybe turned the camera off or something, or maybe I really don't know, honestly. What do you think of the idea of Screen 7 being a two-part movie where you turn the stage on and in the movie you see a figure with the hood and the student and the outside. Anybody knows? I mean that idea is okay, I guess. I'd much rather him. Well, I guess I wouldn't mind that. I guess that's something that I would want. Something like crazy, like where you don't know who it is, but then it turns out to be him. Like, so yeah, that could be very interesting. Um, Definitely think that could work. Yeah, but this whole Stu thing is kind of getting interesting, you know? Like, I just think that, this is a must get, like, a lot of people fear that it could be just for fan service, kind of like the Emperor's Return and all that, which I'm not comparing, Star Wars and Scream because they're totally different. I'm just saying a lot of people are comparing it to that, like, because I know that was for pure fan service. So a lot of people think that Stu's return could be for it's going to be for pure fan service, other than you know. And I don't really think it will be like that, honestly. I think that if it's executed right and they do it for the sake because of the story and not just for the fans, I don't think it's going to be for fan service. A lot of people had that fear though, which I could understand. Like I said before about Screen 7 being a two-part, he'll be the main focus and he'll be the killer in Screen 2. Screen right there, do you want him at his I'd much rather him be it in the end for the big reveal. I'd much rather him be like, let's just say there's a killer. It was like a normal movie and you don't know who the mastermind is. Then at the end, let's just say that Sydney's kids or something gets kidnapped, and Mark Kincaid and Sydney gets involved, and they go try to track him down. And they end up at Stu's house again, and then all of a sudden you see a whole bunch of ghost faces, like a cult. But then all of them take their mask off, but the leader doesn't take his mask off yet, and they basically kill all the other members of the cult. And then after they kill the other members of the cult, the leader takes his mask off, and then it ends up being Stu. Like something like that would be pretty interesting. Like, don't reveal him too fast and too early, like too quick. Just kind of wait, to reveal him, because he would be like a big reveal. So I think them waiting for him to get revealed would be better. I'd much rather them wait, till the end. Maybe kill like the members first, and then Sydney and, like I said, Sydney and like Mark and Kay kills the members, but then the leader is still left, and he's has it unmasked, but then he ends up unmasking or something. Like something like that. There is a chance that Stu could have escaped when Sydney, Rennie, and Gail were dealing with Billy. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, but at the same time, though, they would have saw him, though, wouldn't they? Because the living room was like right there where the TV was dropped on him. So, but no, I definitely think Stu could have escaped. I think Stu could have escaped when Billy and Sydney were fighting each other, like 100%. Because that's the only way he would have really got away. Because nobody would have saw him, nobody would have known. He would just escape, and that was it. Cops, no cops. The cops don't know that he was involved because he escaped. And see, and that's the thing too. Like, if he returns, I don't think having him in prison would necessarily be a bad idea. I'm just saying, like, I think I would much rather him be like free, still. Because him being in prison just wouldn't really make that much sense. Because if he was in prison and if he was involved in all the other Scream movies, after the events of 96. Well, how was he in prison if he was the one to attack other victims still, even after 96? You know? So that's why I think it would be better off for him just to be very, very be the better idea. That'd be better. That'd be better doing that than having him be in prison because, like I said, if he was involved in Scream 5, Scream 4, and then Scream 3 as well, and even Scream 6, well, how is he in prison if he was the one that killed Dewey? If that gets revealed in Scream 7, that's why I'm saying I'd much rather him just be free, a free person, all these years. If they were going to do the prison thing, then how come they put all these clues in there that he attacked certain victims and all that, throughout Scream 5, 4, 3, 6. Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. I definitely think it would be a good idea, but like I said, I want him to be revealed in the right way, I don't want it to be stupid. I'd much rather him be like revealed like last. Like let's just say like the members. Like I said, the members get revealed first. Let's just say there's like 3 other members in the cult. But the 3 of the members unmask, but he's like the last one to unmask. Because he's the leader. I think you're better off doing that. I think that's a good idea there, to wait until after the members have unmasked. Or maybe one of the members get away with it. Because I know if Stu does get revealed, I already know he's going to die. Sydney's going to kill him and end him, once and for all. So he's not going to be getting away again. But somebody in that group, somebody in that cult could get away, How do you think Gail and Sydney will react when they find out it was Stu? Oh, I really think that they're going to be really, really shocked by it because they don't know that Stu's alive. A lot of people have been saying that Gail, how does Gail not know? How does she not write a book about him? Well, because she doesn't know he's alive. He faked his death. When you fake your death, you don't really know that somebody's alive. So you're not going to write a book about somebody that's dead, right? Supposedly dead. So it's not like she knew he was alive. Neither does Sydney. I mean, so that's why they don't mention him. They don't mention him at all. Like, they didn't mention him in the older movies. They didn't mention him, at all. Like, they don't mention him at all because they don't know. They don't know he's alive. So I definitely do think that they will be shocked. I think Sydney's going to be in complete shock when it turns out to be him. Well, hopefully, anyways. I'm not getting my hopes up or anything, but hopefully. I hope it happens. I hope it all plays out because all these clues, all that, it fits really well with it fits really well with the story for his return. Like him being a part of, Dewey's death, him killing Dewey, possibly, stuff like that just fits perfectly. But yeah, it's very interesting, man, and I definitely think that Gail doesn't know. I theoretically think that Dewey could have known because Dewey did say, he was speaking about Stu like in the present tense instead of the past tense. He was basically saying that he is Billy's accomplice instead of saying he was. So he's basically saying that he is, meaning that in the present tense. So maybe he knew something and he just didn't want to tell Sydney and Gail the whole time. So that's just my theory. It's hard for me to believe that he would, speak about him in the present tense. I think Randy even possibly knew. I think Randy even possibly knew that Stu was alive. At Scream 5, how did Ghostface get in the hospital about not being nourishment to unity and unity? It was to do. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it was Stu. Because yeah, Amber would have not gotten there with security and all that in there. So that's why I believe that because it was definitely a man. There's no doubt about that. It was definitely a man. A girl's not gonna be able to manhandle a man. I'm sorry. Like men are realistically stronger than girls. Nothing against women, but men are stronger than girls. So it's hard for me to believe that a girl would be able to manhandle a man like that in that kind of fashion. And it kind of matches when, Stu, was basically talking to Sydney. Um, he's basically explaining, like, he was basically explaining like how to like gut somebody. He was, you know, kind of talking about how to gut someone. So that kind of matches that whole description, of how Dewey died. You know, he was explaining how to gut someone. So, I mean, that's basically the same description of how Dewey died. Like, and also the way that he was saying it was an honor, like basically saying that it's an honor to finally get this job, get it done. Because I tried to kill you in '96, you know, couldn't get it done, but this time I got it done, so it's an honor. That's basically what. That's just my theory. For for Scream for Comes, man, I would love to have it at Sue's house. A whole bunch of those faces around bonfire, and with his own white mat. Yeah, I really thought about like, let's just say that the leader, let's just say everybody like the members have like a regular ghost face mask, but like the leader's got like a messed up like old mask, which let's just say it's Stu, because I think Stu realistically could wear like an old mask, like we saw in Scream 6. And I think that fits like the whole leader, the whole cult leader, the mask, how it's all like old and like rusty and all that. Like, and everybody else, all the other members are just wearing regular ghost face masks. Or maybe the leader could wear like a chrome mask or something. But I think like a zombie mask, like we saw in Scream 6, would be really good. Really cool for like the leader. It just fits like the leader. Like, but yeah, I've always thought about that. Like the leader should always have a different style mask than the members. I even think, like I said, I don't even know if like the chrome, like a chrome mask would work. I think a chrome mask would be pretty cool, like a silver chrome mask for like the leader, and then everybody else wears regular white. Because I'd much rather have the leader just wear like a different style. It seems that would fit like the leader more than anything. Like, that's like the leader, like the king. Like they're wearing different masks and different style. Everybody, all the members, all the other members are just wearing the regular ghost face mask. And it just fits it so perfect, dude. I'm sorry. Like that mask we saw in Scream 6, that fits like the leader. I think that mask fits the leader, and everybody, the other members should just have the regular, ghost face. But that's just my opinion, personally. But I think a chrome mask would be pretty cool. I think any mask would be cool. Like I've been talking about like different masks that could be used in the movie. Like let's just say like um the zombie ghost face. Which I guess the zombie ghost face was kind of in Scream 6, but I'm just talking um like the scarecrow ghost face, like the chrome mask. I think would be pretty cool. But I think the chrome mask would be more like for like a space film. Like, but I still think a chrome mask would be really cool for like the leader. Even though I do think that they're probably gonna use that mask in Scream 6, for the leader. Um, can you imagine Sydney and Gail's reacting? I can't imagine it. I mean, because they don't really know that he's alive. They don't know he's alive. They don't. I mean, they're going to be in shock for sure. And that's the thing. Like, people always take that out of context. Like, people always say, well, how come Gail didn't write the book, about him? How come Sydney never mentions him in the other movies? It's because they don't know he's alive. When you fake your death, you don't know anything, you don't know. You just think that they're dead because you killed them. And that's what you think. That's what you believe. So you're not going to know 100%. So that's why I don't think. That's why, to me, they didn't know because he faked his death. And why would you mention somebody anyways? Why would you talk about somebody that you think is dead anyway? That you believe is dead because you threw a TV on him. So that's basically what I'm saying. Like, so I don't. People always say that, like, how come they didn't write a book? Well, again, they didn't know they don't know he's alive. They don't know at all. They are going to be very surprised when he does return and he en masse. They're going to be in complete shock, and I could actually see this. I could totally see this happening because Gail almost died in Scream 6. I definitely think that she could die in Scream 7 because Scream 7 is the trilogy, and we all know what they do, with these characters. A good thing, I thought they were going to kill her for sure in Scream 6, but they didn't. But I could totally see like a scenario where, like, if Stu does return and he's revealed that he could be the one to, like, kill Gail or whatever in the end, and that's how she dies. It's either that or she's going to die throughout the movie, and then she's not going to even be in the reveal. But I'd much rather her be a part of, like, the reveal, with Sydney, maybe even Kirby, because Kirby, we all know, didn't die. So the main question is, will Kirby die in Scream 7? I mean, I probably would say yes, but right now I'm going to kind of say 50-50 right now because she could very well survive. But that would be cool for her to, like, meet Stu, for her to meet Stu for the first time. Like, it would be really, really cool. But yeah, if Gail does die, I definitely think it will probably be in the middle of the movie or maybe at the end. But I do think that it could be a possibility that Stu, could be the one that like kill her or something. That maybe Sydney gets really, really mad and then ends up killing him. Because I already know Sydney's gonna. We all know that Stu's gonna get killed if he returns. We all know that there's gonna be a survivor, and there's gonna be a person that dies. Which I do think that there is gonna be members. Which I always thought this idea would be pretty cool. That if there was like the members, one of the members, like, got away with it or something and, like, escaped. But obviously, if Stu returns, he's not going to escape. He's going to die, and Sydney's going to kill him, once and for all, to end it. You know, um, and I think it makes more sense for her to kill him more than Sam because Sam doesn't really have any connection to him. Other than that, she's the daughter of Billy, and Billy was, Stu's partner. So, I mean, that's really the only connection that they have. But But yeah, I really don't like. I don't like how they kill Dewey off, and if they do kill Gale off, they have to do it in the right way. And I do think that they will kill Gale. I mean, because characters, they have to die at some point. I'm not saying that Sydney's gonna die because she says she wouldn't return if she does. If they do decide to kill her off, she said that she wouldn't return. So that's why I don't think that she's gonna die. That she's gonna die. But I do think that Gail's gonna die. She could most definitely die in this next film because I said she was gonna die in Scream 6 and I was wrong. And I definitely see her dying in the trilogy though, because 100% see it. Because like I said, it goes back. Although I didn't like the way Dewey died, you have to end characters somehow, right? I mean, you don't have to necessarily kill them though. You can move off of them. So that's kind of my only downfall of Dewey's death, that I wish that they would have went off of him, as opposed to kill him in that fashion, because I don't think for a second that Wes Craven would have killed him. Wes Craven would not have killed him. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. He would not have killed him. Straight up. The fact that Radio Silence approached Dewey in that fashion, or David Arquette, they should have approached him in a better way, about it than the way they did. So that's basically my downfall of it. They should have, approached him in a better way than they did. And just the execution of it, was just, I think he was done dirty personally. That's just me though. A lot of people don't think so. A lot of people think that's a part of his character. I disagree with that though. I just don't think that Dewey's that stupid to use a gun. I mean, he used a gun in Scream 3. He shot Roman in the head. Even though, Sidney had to tell him to shoot him in the head, he still knew how to shoot a gun. So that's just my downfall of it. And then he basically gets distracted by the phone and all that, and that's his death, and that's it. I mean, when he had the opportunity, he didn't shoot him right there. He just waited until he was at the elevator and then go do it, and then turn around and go do that. I mean, that's just, no, that's not Dewey. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, that's just not Dewey. Okay, yeah, you could say that he, in the other movies, that he got distracted by pizza and all that. Yeah, he did. But the thing is, in Scream 3, he knew how to shoot a gun. Even if Sidney had to tell him. Because if he was that stupid, he would have missed those shots. He would have missed Roman's shot, or Roman's head, if he was that stupid. So I don't like the fact that they did that. So basically he basically already shoots Ghostface, right? Ghostface is down. He walks to the elevator, turns around. Instead of shooting him in the head when he had the chance, they basically made him go to the elevator and then turn around, and basically then he says, oh, we got to shoot him in the head. I'm like, what the hell, man? And then he gets distracted by a phone, and that's it. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't like it. I think it was foolish. I think his character was done dirty, I think Wes Craven would be rolling around in his grave right now, I believe, over that. Because Wes Craven would have never did that. He never had plans of doing that. Like, someone student yesterday honor the new what does it mean? Well, an honor means when he says like it's an honor, he's basically saying it's an honor to finally get the job done. Because in 1996 he tried to get the job done, but he couldn't get it done. Dewey ended up surviving. But then this time he's basically saying it's an honor because I finally kill you. This is finally it's finally my time. Finally my time to kill you. Like, and he's basically saying, it's an honor, to finally get it done. So that's basically what it means. But yeah, and I have a theory that, I do have a theory that Dewey possibly knew, that Stu was alive and he just didn't want to tell Sydney nor Gail because he didn't want to, like, I guess he was too, like, nervous to tell him probably. But I have a feeling that he did know because he was, like I said, speaking about Stu in the present tense. What's up, Dino? How's it going, man? No, long time no see. Thank you for popping in. Much appreciated. How's it going? But yeah, we're just talking about Scream 7, Scream, Scream theory in general, like talking about the whole Stu thing, the whole Dewey thing. I don't know though, man. The Dewey was just one of those characters where you don't have to necessarily kill him. You could have just, left him alone. That was it. There's better ways to go about it. But like I said, I understand. I understand that, yeah, you have to move off characters. You have to move off characters sometimes. At some point, like you have to move off the old at some point. That's what I'm saying. I think Gail is gonna die. In Scream 7 because she can't. Realistically, I don't see her going anymore after that. Like, and we're not gonna have Gail nor Sydney no more. Because I know Sydney, Nev, this is gonna be Nev's last film. I'm good, man. Well, that's good. That's good. So he said, "What do you think of the idea of white Ghostface robe?" Um, I'm kind of mixed feelings about that. I mean, I guess it would be kind of cool, but at the same time, I'd much rather have it. It's very unlikely that they would go that route, but certainly, an idea. But I think right now, I would much rather them go the direction with keep the black robe, not go away from the black robe because Ghostface is known for the black robe. So I don't think that they would do that, but it's definitely not. I wouldn't say it's a bad idea. What if Dewey made a video saying he knew Stu was alive? And that's how we find out he kept it a secret in Stream 7. They all see it. That's what I'm saying. Dude, that would be so crazy. Because, like I said, in Screen 5, he was basically speaking about Stu in like the present tense. You know? Instead of the past tense. So that's why I have a feeling that he knew. And that would be very interesting if he made like a video or something. Kind of like how Randy did. But Dewey made a video maybe like telling them, you know, Stu's alive. And maybe that's how they know Stu, you know, basically is alive and all that. And they know that he's still, you know, around. Because I do think that he did know. I have a feeling that he knew. He just didn't want to tell Gail or Sydney because he was too nervous probably to tell him, you know. What if Stu knew Dewey knew that why Stu couldn't do and how to? That's what I'm saying. That makes a lot of sense because yeah, like what would be the other reason for Stu to go after Dewey? I mean, the reason is because he tried to kill him in 1996, and he didn't get the job done, but he wanted to get the job done. But I think Stu knew that Dewey knew that he was alive. I think that's a great theory. I think that, you know, makes a lot of sense. Stu wanted to take care of his agent. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. Like a lot of people keep on telling me that they don't think it's Stu. But me, I'm kind of 50-50 right now. I'm not saying it is, but I definitely do think that that's a man. Regardless if that's Stu or not, I do think that was a man. That definitely wasn't a woman, in my opinion, because this person has a big frame. This person's tall. He towers over Dewey. Like he's not even like Amber is a pretty short girl. And this Ghostface is like 6'3", 6'2", big. So that's why I have a feeling that it's not. I just have a feeling that it's not. It's not Amber. It's definitely. I think it's Stu. Even if it's not Stu, I do think that it's a man. So. Never catch you. Oh, what's up, Tatum? How you doing? Thank you for popping in. Yeah, I've never. I think your first time. I think this is your first time coming on the my live streams. How you doing today? Never catch your lives. Yeah. I don't know if you hit. I don't know if you have like the if you clicked on the notification bell, but yeah, I never. Welcome. Yeah, because I've never seen you in the in my live stream before. So thank you for popping in. Sorry I'm late. That's all right. I'm gonna go for a little longer. I love thanks and creeping stream out loud. I have a question. You ready? Oh my gosh, I love you working hard. You talking to Dino or me? Y'all love me, please screw the yeah. Yeah, I appreciate you, Tatum. You're a great person. I really appreciate you. Um, I'm glad that you're here. I've never seen you in the chat before. Um, so I think this is, like you said, this is your first time. I appreciate it. When Ethan got hit with the TV, do you think he could have survived that or not? No, because the TVs today, I think you could definitely die. TVs back then, though, I think it was a different story. Well, I think the TVs today, you could have probably survived, but I don't think that he was. No, I don't think he would have survived. Scream 7 is supposed to be about Scream 3. Will Dewey come back? Um, I don't think that Dewey's gonna come back. As much as I don't want to believe that he died, you know, I just don't think he's gonna come back. I think he's dead. A lot of people were saying they had their theories, saying that basically that body, when they carried out that body back, that wasn't Dewey. That it could have been the police officer, but I definitely think it was Dewey. So I don't think he's gonna come back, but I don't rule out him. I don't rule out maybe like a flashback or like a dream sequence, or maybe we see like his grave or something. Like, yeah, we love Tatum. Tatum is cool. Yeah, no. Yeah, we all love you, Tatum. You're cool. You're an awesome person. I really appreciate your support. Um, and I actually like your profile pic too. Um, I don't think I'm able to right now. Because I do have to upgrade, I believe. So I don't know if I could like bring anybody on yet. Um, but definitely would like to do that for sure. I definitely want to collab with you sometime. Because I think right now I basically have to like upgrade. I guess on StreamYard, you basically got to upgrade to allow like other people to come on, I believe. But yeah, I would definitely love to collab with you though. Sorry about that, Tatum. We'll definitely you will come on sometime though. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain that I would love to have you on as a guest. But I'll have to like figure it out and all that, like, because I think you have to, like I said, upgrade on here. Um, let's see here. So Tatum. Next thing you got me that my stew. Yeah. No to your question. Yeah, like I said, I would love to have you on. Like I said, one day, Tatum, me and you. We're gonna collab. Um, you're unbelievable, Ghostface. You are too, Tatum. I really appreciate you. Push that like. Thank you. Yeah. Hit that like button, everyone. Be sure to hit the like button. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Yeah. Like I said, I have to figure out like how to do it all, like how to invite people and all that, because I think I could only have like one at a time probably on here with like on a stream with me. Like I love you too, Tatum. You're awesome. Like I said, thank you. Like I said, thank you for I don't. That's what this chat's about. You could say whatever you want. And by the way, Tatum, don't let anybody troll you. Don't let old Scott, because Scott's known to be kind of weird. It says invite them to get that. Oh, hey Tatum. Tatum, what's your email by chance? Because I could send the link in your email. See if it works. Okay. Um, I have missed you so much. I missed you too. I have missed you too. I haven't seen you in a while actually. Um, actually, I haven't. I have not seen you at all in a while in the chat. But thanks for coming in the chat because like I said, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm at Ken's now. I'm gonna go there. Oh, you're at Ken's. Hey Tatum. Tatum, what's your email? You send it. No, I don't even know your email. And oh, you're talking about Scream. Wait, that's your email? Hold up. One minute. One minute. Let's see here. One minute. Let's see here. So I'm kind of watching myself right now. Hold up. Hey Tatum, do you have Facebook by chance? Because if you have Facebook, I could probably send it to your messenger. Um, okay, what's your Facebook? Hey Tatum, can you give me your Facebook name by chance? Because if you can give me your Facebook name, I could send you the link. Try to see if it works. Because like I said, I have not done this before, so this is my first time. Okay, Tatum, don't troll now. Um, no, I did not get it. I don't know, Tatum. We're gonna just have to probably do it another day. Probably. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, we're definitely gonna have to do it another day. Like I said, another time, because I'll have to figure out like how to invite you and all that. And it won't let me put in there. I know I don't see that at all. Like I said, this is my first time doing this type of stuff. I've never done this, so yeah, that'd be cool. Maybe me and you could just go on your channel sometime. Because, like I said, I have no idea how to. I really don't know how to do this type of stuff yet. I'm still kind of learning. Um, but maybe me and you could collab, maybe on your channel or something sometime. maybe like tomorrow or something, or maybe whenever you're down to do that. Whatever day works out for you, but yeah, definitely sounds good. Um, gonna do that. I'm so glad I got to see you. I'm glad to see you too. I haven't seen you in a while. Like I said, it was good to see you. Where do I send the where do you send the link? Oh, you send the link basically. I don't know if you have I think you have Instagram, so I think you're my friend. Um, so my name is Gage, and then a dot. Here, I'll write it in the chat so you can see it. Okay, there you go. That's my Instagram, so you'll send it to that. Nope, no new account. That's my same account that I've had. Yep, you're welcome. And yeah, you said you wanted to see the shirt. It's Halloween. I got a Halloween shirt on right now. Oh, glad you like it. Okay. You're a Busta fan? Yeah, I am too. I actually I like rap music in general. My favorite rapper is Tupac. I like Tupac a lot. He's my favorite. Just his lyrics and all that. I don't think there's any other real rapper, um, in my opinion, like him, like as real as him in terms of like storytelling and all that. It's missing. Yeah. Oh, you like Eminem? I do too, but I just think I liked Tupac a lot. Um, I think he was. Definitely the most like realist like rapper. Okay, Tatum, I just sent you a friend request. I messaged you on Instagram. Okay, yeah, I got your message. I love Eminem. Yeah, I love Eminem too. I uh I love both, but Tupac is probably my favorite. You know, he just sadly he just died too soon. You know, he was ahead of his time. He I wasn't even around when he was around, but I still love his music. You know, I still listen to his music um, to this day. You know, even though I wasn't around when he was, I still, appreciate his music. You know, because there's no other rapper like him that was speaking the truth, in my opinion. Like no rapper today, I don't think is speaking really the truth. You know, how's my fate? Are you trolling Tatum? Hey Tatum, I think I'm about to call tonight, but like I said, tomorrow or whenever you're ready to send me the link. Are you talking about Dear Mama? That's a good song. I like all Tupac songs. He's just a good rapper. I think he was, a lot of people say he wasn't like lyrical, but I think he was. I think he was the most lyrical. I mean, Eminem, yeah, he's good. He's a good freestyler, but Tupac was more of like about like telling real life stories. You know, he was like into like real life. He was rapping about real life stuff. Like, he's kind of like more like real. You know. Yep, that song's good too. He's got so many good songs. I mean, he's got how many songs? He's got at least he's got like 12 albums, I believe, and he's got so many like big hits. Like he's got Dear Mama, Keep Your Head Up, Brenda's Got a Baby, Ambitions as a Rider. That's another one I like. There's a whole bunch. All eyes on me. Like, you're welcome. Yeah, I'm glad to see you too. But I am gonna be signing off here for tonight because I am kind of getting a little tired. Um, thank you for popping in for a little bit. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate it, but I do have to get off of here and sign off because I am, like I said, getting sleepy and tired. So, like I said, maybe tomorrow or something, I could come on your channel or something. You just gotta like let me know and message me on Instagram and all that. But nonetheless, hope you have a great night, Tatum. I'm glad you popped in. My Tatum. I always call you my Tatum. Um, it's like you call me, your Stu. I'm basically Stu and you're Tatum. You call me Stu and I call you. I was like, you call me Stu and I call you my Tatum. No, I'm glad that you came. I'm glad that you came in. Long name. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. I was thinking of names, because I wanted to make a horror channel and I thought that would be a good name. Because I'm more of a Scream fan. I like Halloween, but you missed what? Oh, when I named myself Stu? I am Stu still. You can still call me Stu. I don't care. But nonetheless, I am going to have to get out of here. I hope you have a great night, Tatum. Um, yeah, you are. It's like you called me your Stu. No. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get out of here for tonight. Thank you, Tatum, for catching the stream. I appreciate you. Um, and yes, I do believe Steve's coming back. Um, I hope so, anyways. But nonetheless, yeah, always. I think he's gonna come back. Hopefully. I hope Dewey does too, but I don't think Dewey's gonna come back. But anyways, Tatum, I am gonna have to get off of here for real. Like I am getting kind of sleepy, kind of tired. So I will try to talk to you tomorrow. Thank you for popping in. As always, I haven't seen you in a while, and I'm glad I got to see you again in the chat. And yeah, let me know tomorrow, like I said in the on Instagram, because we could definitely do something on your channel. Um, but with that being said, have a great night, everyone. Don't um, be sure to look out for another live stream tomorrow, probably. And like I said, Tatum and I may collab, hopefully. Like I said, if we don't, it's totally fine. We could definitely do it some other day, like I said. But we'll see what happens. Um, but like I said, hopefully you guys have a great night, and um, see y'all next time. Good night, everyone.